Buy life caps.
When your body gets pure nutrition but 0 calories, it feels free to burn body fat. I'm surviving right now on my own body fat. That's how bears hibernate. We've created a metabolic trigger which allows the body to burn its own fat for stored energy.
How much weight did you lose in that 8 days?
I burn 1 pound a day when I'm doing this and nothing else.
8 pounds?
Let me ask you something here. At the end of the day, you want a bunch of people to say, I want to just not eat and take this instead.
No, that's not what I'm going for at all.
How do I make money?
Well, then
I
how do we make money?
Yes,
because I'm going to buy one pack. I don't need to buy another for 5 years.
You guys seriously considering looking at making money from this nonsense?
I want to know.
I want to know what he's thinking.
Daryl, are you selling this today?
5 years, we've done 440,000.
All you have to say, hey, I took it for 8 days, lost 1 pound a day, and everybody goes nuts. If this was real, you would be telling us about how you took it to doctors, how you've had studies done.
I want to do a clinical study. I didn't have the money to do it.
You have had $100,000 in sales.
My doctor
You were so full of crap. You keep on going back to all this nonsense,
well,
right?
I haven't eaten for 8 days. I have no crap in me, trust me.
Daryl, I want to buy it.
I have a big question. Is this FDA approved?
Of course not. No
does
supplement
not
company
approve
wants...
dietary supplements, only drugs. This is FDA 100% compliant.
Yeah, because
Okay,
you did
Daryl.
nothing.
But
You were
it's
such a
never
snake
been-
oil salesperson. If you do nothing,
Mark,
it's FDA
I
compliant.
challenge you to go 8 days without food.
Daryl, you knew that you'd run across a guy like Mark. You had the sales, you had the money. Why didn't you get some clinical tests done?
Well, I think maybe it's time to do it. I look at the last 5 years as a test market.
So I'm going to suspend belief for a second and forget about all the objections to this. My biggest problem with it is that I have to have a few of these sitting on the shelf in case the zombies come. Trouble is, I'm not buying any more until the zombies come. So I just buy it once, sits on my shelf, waiting for zombies. That's no good.
That's the problem.
How do I make money?
That's the only problem?
Let's say
Why
this
are we
works.
talking about this? Look, I see why you came up with this angle. No one can contest it. If this truly worked, it'd be really, really easy to take it to doctors and do studies. But instead, you come in like a snake oil salesperson, knowing that you're going to prey on everybody watching the minute you said you lose 1 pound per day when you take this. That's wrong. I'm out, as Kevin says, with prejudice.
Mark, I agree. We backdoored the diet industry. Like I said, I'm a musician. I don't know all the ins and outs.
I've been doing it for
Well,
5
you know
years.
what, though?
He's a hustler.
I did a
He's
real
hustler.
world study.
Whenever somebody is selling something that you ingest, you have to be a really responsible person and make sure that what you're giving everybody is safe. Doing the clinical trials and the studies and all of that beforehand is really important. You haven't done that. I'm out.
Barbara, can I explain one thing?
I'm not Barbara.
Or excuse me, Lori.
They look very similar.
That mental thing is not holding up.
You know, the problem is people want a shortcut. People don't want to put the discipline in it takes to eat healthy and lose weight and so on. So a guy like you comes along and people see a shortcut and they don't look behind the facade. I think it's irresponsible. I'm out.
You know, the presentation started off like steak. It started to look like filet mignon. But as the other sharks pointed out, no FDA approval, no research, no clinical trials. The filet mignon, the steak, just became a rotten pack of bologna. I'm out.
And then there was one.
I'm just a guy trying to scratch out a living. I ask myself, can I make any money investing in this? And the answer is no. I'm out.
I really appreciate all of you, and I appreciate what you're doing for people. You're putting people to work, helping entrepreneurs. It's an honor to meet you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
He's such a snake oil salesperson. He's going to go anywhere that there's an audience and hope that somebody says yes. I get slimy just thinking about him. Next.
Next in the tank is a mom from Provo, Utah, with a stylish and functional way to cover tiny feet.
Hi, my name is Susan Peterson. The name of my company is Freshly Picked, and I'm asking for $150,000 for 10%. Freshly Picked is the world's best baby moccasin. When my second child, Gus, was born, I looked everywhere for this type of shoe. Soft soles are actually better for babies that are learning to walk because they can flex their toes with every step, and this promotes balance. I couldn't find the shoe that I was looking for, so I decided to try my hand at making one. I had a bag of scrap leather that I'd gotten from a garage sale, and I taught myself how to sew. I worked through 6 different designs until I landed on one that fit the bill. Let me show you how amazing my moccasins are. These are to remind you of your days on the track.
Adorable.
Stay golden.
Oh, thank you.
They're so cute.
Thank you.
Because I like your heart. And for your team.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, really cute.
Where do you make these?
I started out making these all by myself. 2 years ago, I hired a local girl to help me, and then we also get them made in California as well.
Susan, how do you sell them today?
Strictly through our e-commerce site.
And what are your sales?
500,000
500,000?
That's a big number.
this year.
Wow.
Wow.
This year.
Good for you.
Susan, what's your profit on the 500,000?
120,000.
How many pairs is the most active buyer buying from you?
Okay, that's a good question.
500,000?
All my questions are good, Susan. That's
Wait
why
a
they
minute,
call me
wait a
Mr. Wonderful.
Well, they're very
Kevin,
easy.
your face is on my pillow at night. I've
Yeah.
gone to bed. I love you.
Whoa! Keep it up. I'll drop the royalty rate.
All right,
listen.
answer that question, please,
Okay,
Kevin.
wait. So out of all of our customers that have made one purchase, 50% of them have come back and bought at least 3 more times.
That's very impressive.
Can a baby easily just pull it off?
No, that's the thing. The
Right.
elastic keeps it around their ankle.
So, Susan, 500,000
Yes.
sales. Tell me how much money you've put into the company when you started.
So when I first started, I didn't have any money. My husband was in school and we were really, really poor. My brother owns a window installation business, and so I convinced him one summer to give me all the old windows he took out. And I spent the whole summer out there during nap time in the heat, banging the glass out of those windows because they're aluminum frame. I took those frames to the scrapyard at the end of the summer, and I got $200. And I was able to buy one hide of leather, which makes about 40
That's
moccasins.
really great.
And then I
Man.
just continually put it back in. And that's why we had kind of a slow start.
That literally is the best story to start a company I've ever heard.
How much do these sell for? I don't think we got a price
$60
point.
retail.
$60 a
60
pair.
bucks.
Uh-huh.
Is that
And what do
low?
you make them for?
We're at about 17 because we're still domestic.
What's the projection for next year?
I think with just my social media alone, I can do between 2 and 3 million.
That's a lot of baby shoes.
I am gaining about 1,500 new followers on Instagram a week. And we found that about 10% of our Instagram buy.
And do you have retailers that are customers? Any
We
brick
have
and
a
mortar?
lot of retailers that are interested, but I can't keep up with the demand. I need the money to make a big order overseas. This next year, my vision for the company is to start moving into retail.
I'm just wondering, how in love with retail are you? Because it's a very tough business on the inventory side.
I want to build a big company.
But you want to make money.
You're right.
Retail is like a siren on an ancient ship, drawing the sailors towards her and then drowning them. That's what happens.
True.
You know, I've seen it happen many, many times. They take your capital, they put your product in the store,
Yeah.
and they don't pay you till they get paid plus
Right.
30 days.
Susan, let me just say, your story of taking the windows and pulling out the aluminum should be in every business book, should be in every entrepreneur's guide. You personify the American dream of saying, get off my butt and let's go out there and get it done.
Thank you, Mark.
Now, that said, right, I'm not the guy for the baby shoes world. I'd be learning from you more than you'd be learning from me. I can't respect you enough, but I have to say, I'm out.
Okay.
So, Susan, like Mark said, very impressive. I have a saying that I always tell people, sales trumps all. I mean, wow, 500,000, you got it going on. I can't add anything to the baby shoe business. I don't think I'm the right partner for you. I'm out.
You have what it takes to make a great business and to run your business. I actually think that you'll be better on your own. So for that reason, I'm out.
How many pairs do you think you're going to sell in a year?
Next year,
Yeah.
between 25 to 30,000.
So if you feel you're going to do that, which is more than awesome, it's amazing, why do you feel you need the $150,000? Why take on a partner?
Well, I haven't been to school. This is my first business, and I have been burned a couple times, and I love advice. No one ever has to do the work for me. As shown, I will do it, but I need help with manufacturing. That's a big one for me.
I don't want 10% of a company. That's just, it doesn't get me up in the morning. I mean, that's just not enough for all the headaches you're going to be.
I am not a headache.
Business is always full of headaches, trust me. But you have high margins. So I'm going to set up a rather crafty way of doing it. You have to get $150,000. And in this deal, I need this guy more than he needs me. But I bring a lot to the table in terms of making you bigger than you are. I'll give you $75,000, and the way I would structure it is no equity. Don't want any. I want a royalty. I'd like to do a royalty of 7% until my 75 comes back, and then drop it down to 5%. And you can well afford that.
But you have to give her 150, Kev.
No, but I only have 75, unfortunately. I'm wondering if anybody else has 75.
So that means, Damon, you have to give her 75.
Three sharks are out. Susan has a partial offer from Kevin, but needs Damon to join in on the offer.
Susan, I say I give you the $150,000 for 25%, and we tell this bozo to take a walk.
Ooh. 25%. Wow, that's expensive.
I'm 25% of a partnership with you, and I'll help you with everything.
That's a lot of equity. This is a real debate for you now.
No, it's
it really is.
Kevin, I really thank you for your offer, but I think at this point in my business where I want to grow to, I don't think it's smart for me to give you 7%.
What would you give me if I kept my equity at 0?
Tell him to take a walk and let's do this.
No, but
I would give you a kiss.
That's what's in it for me, a kiss.
Tell him take a walk.
That is cheating. Trust me. Yeah, Susan, why are you not dealing with Damon?
Just tell him to take a walk.
I was gonna, Damon, you're my dream shark. Will you do 150 for 20%?
I'm going to give you the respect of who you are because of what you've done and what you've accomplished. I normally would want 1/3. I would like to stay at 25.
So 150,000 for 25% values my company at 600,000, which is almost what I've done this year. I think next month I'll hit that mark. But you're my dream investor.
It's six times your profit.
It's not what I'm valuing your company at.
Yeah.
It's what I'm valuing my time at. Because when you put in the valuation, if we're just purely doing valuation, that means I just write you $150,000 and I look in my mailbox every quarter and I don't help you.
Susan, one thing though,
yes.
You sell the company one day for $100 million, you're going to cry on my pillow for the $25 million you're going to give him.
Kevin, I love you, but I don't think I can give away any percentage of my profit.
Susan, $150,000, 25% from Damon. You got to make a decision.
When I go to New York next time, can I come see your office?
You will have a space in my office. How about that?
We have a deal. Yay.
I love it. You are
Congrats, Susan.
I'm so excited to work with you.
Thank you for letting me be a part of your dream.
Thank
This is
you.
amazing.
Congrats.
Great job, Susan.
Thank you.
Great deal.
Right. Wow. I like that one.
Good job.
I'm really excited to work with Damon because he knows manufacturing, he knows retail. He's just the perfect combination for me. It's going to be a beautiful marriage.
Next time on Shark Tank, New York Giants co-owner and prolific film producer Steve Tisch joins the tank.
Hold on. I'm going to offer $250,000.
Yeah, I'm going to give you $350,000.
You're done playing games with these guys. Do not give up your equity. Let me finish talking, Mark.
Shut up, Kevin.
You have 3 offers on the table.
I'm going to offer you $1 million.
Whoa!
You know we're the right partners.
Lori just kicked me to the curb.
Yes.
Stop. We were just about to close.
No, we weren't.
Yes.
You weren't. No, we weren't. Sit down, Lori.
The teacher sex scandal that shocked the nation. The teenage boy and his parents speak out on 2020 now.